Hey guys, welcome to my quick review on World of Final Fantasy. Now, by the time I'm recording this, part 5 should have been uploaded already. So that's roughly about 3-ish hours into the game. Now, this review is based off of my playthrough, which I am currently up to chapter 17, and I am roughly 12-13 hours in. Now, World of Final Fantasy is basically a Final Fantasy crossed with a Pokemon game. The reason why is because you catch Final Fantasy monsters when you imprison them. Now, the way that you do that is you fulfill certain conditions for each of them, such as getting their health down, using certain types of magic against them, healing them, giving them items such as the magic pot needing an elixir, like every other Final Fantasy game. And then it might take one try, it might take several tries to capture them. Sometimes the enemy escapes if you don't have a certain skill which you get from one of them, and pretty much if you capture them you can level them up and use SP to make them stronger, gain abilities, stuff like that. Now, what makes it a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for, strategic, shall I say, is you can set up stacks of 3, and one of them has to include your characters. Now, depending on how you stack them, you can gain, say, if you've got 2 fire magic on, well, if you've got fire on one of your Final Fantasy monsters and fire on another, you get the fire ability, and that's how you get like Firaga stuff, magic skills like that. Now, most of the trailers you will have seen by now, like they've made it pretty cutesy, which you can see why. Now, who's it for? It's basically how should I put it? It's for Final Fantasy fans such as myself. Like, I'm 33 and love the game. Actually, I'm not 33, I'm only 31. But yeah, I still love the game no matter what. And it's also for newcomers who haven't really played any of the numbered Final Fantasy games before, because it's easy to get into, and like you can kind of love all the characters and monsters and spend your time just leveling up, getting new ones. Now, the reason why I say it's for Final Fantasy fans is because, as I've said before, the monsters, but there is summons, as I shall call them, which you can unlock by purchasing with armor gems the champion medals, which are the summons. Now, the champion medals unlock throughout the story, and the first one you get is roughly chapter 5, and that is the Warrior of Light. And it goes through most of the Final Fantasy games. Now, the latest one is Lightning, I think, or is it Bart's? I can't remember. But yeah, you have to go and purchase them. Now, each of the summons has a unique skill, like upping defense, ignoring enemy defense to do damage, healing your whole entire party. If you have the Day 1 edition, you also get a Sephiroth summon, which it unlocks. You don't have to purchase it when you get taught how to use the champion medals. Now, there's also a lot of references to other Final Fantasy games, such as Gilgamesh, but new players can just overlook that pretty easily. Now, my main problems with the game is some of the level designs. The latest one that I've played with in chapter 16 is just basically a single corridor on both sides. It's just a big bridge, and you can choose which side to go up, but it's just a single straight line until the end. Now, it is a bridge, so of course it would be basically a single corridor, but it was just really annoying. Oh yeah, on the basis of the champion medals, now from what I've seen or heard, doesn't sound like there's going to be any Final Fantasy 12 characters for it. Now, that might be a problem for those who actually love Final Fantasy 12, but there's no Final Fantasy 11 NPCs for summons or Final Fantasy 14. They might add that in because coming, I'd say January, there will be DLC for Sora from Final Fantasy, from Kingdom Hearts 3D, otherwise known as Dream Drop Distance, because in January Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Prologue will release. So some of you will be wondering what my score for World of Final Fantasy will be. Currently, I would put it roughly 7-8 out of 10. Now, it's not great, but it's not bad. There are some problems with the story, but like the monsters, the summons, the references, just love it. So if you can get a copy of it, like in New Zealand here, if you buy it on the PlayStation Store, it's $104.95, but if you get the physical edition, it's much less, as I got mine from EB Games, and that cost me $90. Day 1 edition. So you could probably get it for roughly that. Otherwise, wait for it to come out on special or in a sale and purchase it to play it. There's meant to be roughly 100 hours of content, but chances are, from what I've heard, there's half that, so roughly 50 hours, which is still not too bad. So buy it if you're a fan, if you love cutesy things, or if you're just wanting a game to play in a short game to play in the meantime. See ya.